Hello, how are you? My name is Gina, also known as ATK, which is short for AlienTrashKitty. I've been really on a painting streak lately, and I love that for me. I've always loved to paint, and I'm trying to figure out how I want to make my original paints into prints. So I sent them off to get some test prints done to see how I might want to make them available for everybody else that doesn't want an original but wants a little print. So we're gonna look at those today. We're gonna compare the original paintings to the prints that I got in the mail and see what they look like. The first one we're gonna look at today is this Marin painting that I did. This one here has got a lot of dry brush finish. And then this is the print. So here's the original, and here is the print. So first thing I noticed is that my color is a little bit off. I think that was my own doing. Like this color here is a little bit off. I might need to adjust this one in the tweaking of the digital print. The other thing that I'm going to reconsider when I make my prints, when I do the final revision of them, is I'm gonna be adding a margin around it so that I can actually like sign it, write like a number. My prints are gonna be limited, so that's kind of exciting. And it's gonna have like a signature and a limited number at the bottom. So each painting is signed somewhere on it, but I will sign the prints as well. As of today's date, January 22nd, 2024, I only have one set of prints or paintings that would like go together. And that would be Goku biting Frieza's tail. So Goku is known to bite. That's like his only original move that he does. All of his other moves he steals from everybody else. So like, this is Goku's original move right here. So I did get this in prints as well, which are these ones right here. So first we have the Frieza. So the thing with painting white is sometimes, it doesn't look like much, but getting proper values and making sure it's not too light or not too dark can sometimes be really hard, especially photographing it, because if you blow it out, you lose some of that really fine detail that you put. But like I can tell, like this green here seems a little bit too dark on the print, so this one will need to be tweaked slightly. And then here is the Goku biting Frieza's tail. Actually, that one looks pretty good, like color-wise. Like it's a little dark in here, like darker, but for the most part, I think the color correction is okay. So if you were to go to my store, once I have this all ready, this would actually come as a set, which I think is pretty fun. Not gonna lie, I think it's fun. So like you can buy these action figures as a set. So now you can get my prints as a set too. This one is Frieza and Goku. I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be like when they're fighting on Namek, but there is another version, I think, where Frieza is like super friggin' buff. I love them.
They do go together.
They're purposely like, see right here, they're purposely meant to go together as a set. Of course you have to buy them separately though, but if you buy my prints, they come together. I'm just getting all my paintings so I can grab them very quick.
The room is a little tight.
Yeah, so basically my room is in two halves. This is the collection slash streaming slash painting. You can see my easel, you can see my gaming setup, you can see my whole collection back here. And then that side is kind of the side that I use for like studio-ish photos and things like this. This is my blank wall. Okay, so now I'm gonna look through the prints. This is the very first Chopper painting that I did on stream that I gave away for the month of December, and I think I have another one. I just haven't looked through the whole stack of everything yet. So here's the Kame House painting. The paper is very thick, and I like that. It makes it feel like the quality is definitely there for the actual paper, you know what I mean? It doesn't feel cheap at all. Did you feel it? Feel it.
Ooh,
how's that feel?
Thick.
Thick boy.
It's actually really nice. I like your little embarrassed theme you got going, because you did like embarrassed Kakashi and you did embarrassed Piccolo.
Well, it's like more blushing than embarrassed. So for this one, I feel like something that I noticed is I think I have to go in and change a little bit of the clarity, because I feel like that might be lost somewhere in the digital photo. The coloring of this one is a little bit slightly dark, so I'm gonna have to change that one, but that's okay. This is just a testing process for now. So here we have the original, and this one here is the print. What do you think of this one? Maybe the color, like some
The colors do pop a little more when they come out printed. And I don't know if that's because you touch it up when you shoot it or...
Well, so basically I shoot it against this wall and then I edit it on my computer and try and color match it. So most of them I feel like came out okay. Having a little bit of extra saturation and pop is not a bad thing. I'm just worried about like here, like obviously you could see the texture and it looks clear. And then you come over to the print and it's like not so much. So I have a little bit of tweaking to do in my digital files, I think, before the print is fully ready. But I do like the paper. I am gonna do the margin thing. It's just a matter of figuring out things like white balance and how I want to process the digital images to get a little bit like crisper. It just is not crisp enough for me personally, but that's okay. It's a process.
Once you have all the prints done, we can do like a convention as well where you have a booth.
I could. The only thing about that is like, if I'm gonna limit my prints, how do you think
You just
that's...
bring the limited ones there. And then once you sell them there, then you take the stock offline.
All right, here's the Kame House one. The colors are pretty spot on. Again, with the clarity, I feel like some clarity is lost. It could also be the size that I printed it, because if you think about it, it's stretched just a tiny bit because it's the same size, but that doesn't make any sense to say that, but it's the way it is for real. The other thing I noticed is that the pink, the saturation in the pink didn't seem to hold a bunch. Like this looks a little bit whitewashed here on the, compared to the original. Okay, so here's the original Luffy Taro. Now, I mean, you can see that like some of my colors are darker and like not a clean flesh tone, but that being said, I just feel like it didn't translate very well, like the way this is washed down, you know what I'm saying?
You have an artistic eye because these look like the exact same photos to me.
Do they really?
A little bit.
For me personally, the color on this one is slightly off. Like even the red seems a little bit like...
Compared to the original, yes, it's a little bit off, but I almost like the more vibrant colors in the print than I do in the originals.
Do you actually?
Mm-hmm. But I really like vibrant, bright colors, so.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just really picky. Maybe I just need to like let my eyes look at it a little longer. Okay, what's next? This is the one I think that Kyle really wanted. Tony Choppa. Again, the clarity thing is an obvious running theme through all these prints at the moment, so there's something that I think I need to do to get this clarity.
Now this one is
Kyle's favorite.
The giveaway one though.
Oh yeah, this one is actually the, ooh, don't drop. This one is the January, I was about to say February. This one is for the January giveaway on my Twitch channel. Basically, after gifting 5 subs, a little receipt comes out this printer automatically, and then I pop it in the bin with all the names. At the end of the month, I'm gonna be drawing it and somebody's gonna win this cute little chopper painting. What are your thoughts on this one? Kyle really wants this print. Mm-hmm. He's like, if you're not gonna use the print, can I have it? Yes, you can have it. So me looking at this, I still see some like color variances, and I think I need to reshoot all my paintings with a double light instead of just a singular. I love Titoku.
I couldn't tell.
You couldn't? What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Okay, so this is the original. This one's on an actual canvas. Lately I've been painting on panels because I don't really like the springiness when I'm painting on a canvas. I would much rather the hard panel. This is what the panel looks like in comparison. It's basically just canvas on a board instead of canvas on a wooden frame. I think the colors in this one are pretty close. The only thing is it does seem a little oversaturated, especially in some areas like right here. But like, if you got this print in the mail, would you be happy? It's pretty cute.
And if you know what episode this is from, bonus points.
I don't even know what episode this is from, but I do know it's from the tournament. Like, if you know that those are Master Roshi's glasses, you know your Dragon Ball. Sometimes photographing dark colors on a canvas can be really hard because they become really like reflective almost. So you kind of have to be careful. I think I did an okay job of that with this one, so let's compare it. Where is he? So like, the color variance, look, it's teal, but it came out blue. It's like the GTI. So this color matching seems good, and like this seems okay. Literally though, this doesn't look teal like it's supposed to, so I don't know how that's gonna work. These are the last ones that I have. These are smaller prints. I am gonna compare all of them because I didn't really get all of them because I have newer paintings as well, but this is Zorro. This is actually, I am starting One Piece from the beginning. Kyle had already watched some of it. And there's the scene where they're like first meeting Usopp, and he basically convinces these kids that like they ate the kid's captain, which is Usopp. So they didn't actually eat him. But this was a really funny scene, so I thought to recreate it. This is probably the best color matched one that I've had so far.
It looks really good though.
Yeah, so this one is, literally this is a 10 out of 10. The only thing I would change, again, is the clarity, but that's obviously an ongoing thing through all these that I need to fix. But the color correction in this one is perfect, to be honest. Okay, so here's a couple of my newer paintings that haven't made the print list yet. I haven't actually photographed them. Korin from Dragon Ball with his sensu beans. Ready for the next one? Beerus. If you haven't seen Dragon Ball Super yet, Beerus is basically God of Destruction. I was gonna say Lord of Destruction, but he's like God of Destruction. And basically, he loves food, and that's the only reason why he doesn't destroy Earth, because he loves ramen noodles and all the other like amazing food that we have on our planet, of course. And then this one, Vegeta. Another scene from Dragon Ball Super where basically he's trying to convince Whis to like train him, so he's trying to make him his world famous gourmet omelet, when in reality he doesn't know how to make an omelet at all, so that's why he's covered in eggs. So those are some of my favorite paints that I've done recently. Stay tuned, I'm gonna be publishing my website soon that's gonna include originals and also my prints. So thanks so much for watching. Bye.